In this video, I'm going to share with you the 6 tools you need to enroll high-ticket coaching clients and how you can use these exact tools in this exact stack of tech to scale all the way to 7 figures. How do I know this? Because I learned this from one of my mentors who does 7 figures with this exact stack, and it's really, really, really simple. All right, so let's strap in, be ready to take some notes. If you don't know me, my name is Lee Nathan Litvin. You could also know me as Leezy the Gifted. What I do is I started a music production coaching business back in 2023. All right, I scaled it from 0 to 20K a month in 7 months, and then more than doubled my revenue in 2024. I decided to close the doors on new enrollment in that coaching program because now what I want to do is I help experts like you make money with their knowledge by building a high ticket coaching program and enrolling high ticket coaching clients. All right. The goal is I want you to build a business that's profitable, that you actually enjoy, and making a great impact. All right. So I'm ready to get started. Let's get into it. Make sure you got something to take notes with. Let's rock and roll. So before going into what the actual tools are, let me say this. Before any of this is all going to work, you got to have your content dialed in. All right. I am not 100% of the school of thought that you can just run paid ads and scale to the moon. It's super possible. People do it. Alex Hormozy talks about that's how he did it, and it can totally work. The way I ran my coaching business and the way I've seen other successful high ticket coaches do it is having a content strategy on Instagram and YouTube. Now, in this video, I will not go into what a winning content strategy would look like to make it to 7 figures. So I'm not going to really talk about that. I just want to make it super clear to you that you do need to have content on Instagram and on YouTube for this to work. Not necessarily a ton of content on either one of those platforms, but you got to have a good content strategy. You should have some branding going on because we're going to be running a strategy where we're going to be getting followers on Instagram and then using YouTube to nurture them. So that actually transitions God damn it, this always happens. I either have a cup of coffee or my bottle of water. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I already drank 2-3 cups of coffee today. I don't need more. Actually, I might have drank 4 cups. So we're just doing water for the rest of the day. So first thing you're going to need for this strategy to work is a follow ad on Instagram. Okay. It's really, really simple. I actually have another video where I talk about easy marketing for online coaches where I discuss how this all works. But it's really simple. You have an ad. It's an Instagram reel. You literally go to Instagram.com on your computer, you boost it, and you can get followers. You could start with, I would argue you should probably start with 15 a day. I mean, if you can spend more, great. But you know, people who say you can start with $5 a day or $10, that's fucking stupid. Like that's not going to get you anything. I know for me, I started at 15 a day and I got my first client. I spent like $220 and I got a $3,000 paid in full client, right? So 220 divided by 15. So I literally, I ran ads for about 2 weeks. I got my first client. So I spent 220 and I got a 3K client, which was sick. And with that ad strategy, I think I spent around $500 total in my first month, and I got collected 5.5K. So that's the ad strategy I used to scale my business to 20K a month. I've seen a lot of other coaches scale this all the way up to 100K a month. I've seen coaches scale it up to 50K a month consistently with that strategy, where you literally boost a post and it's getting followers. Again, if you have consistent content, that is a huge part of it, right? You're not going to be able to get followers consistently and nurture them if you're not, posting content, if you're not making content. So first thing is having that follow ad. That's that first tool, or I guess you could call it asset, that you need. The second is a VSL, a video sales letter. The way I learned this and the way I did it was just having a public facing VSL on my YouTube channel pinned to my channel. Because what's going to happen is, when people go to your Instagram and you have a link in your bio, they're probably going to click it. Actually, it's kind of funny. I don't have the exact number, but I know you can check your stats on Instagram to see how many people click the link in your bio. When you're running ads consistently and you're spending 50, 100, 150, 200 per day on follow ads, and you're getting that many followers, you're getting a lot of link clicks in that bio. So what you can do strategically is you can have a VSL public where it's like literally the link in bio is just a YouTube VSL. You can totally do that. It takes people to a VSL. The VSL is basically, you giving them a promise, like having a hook in the beginning, you basically having some social proof or case studies, walking through the pillars of your program, Again, sprinkling in case studies and social proof in there. A couple other persuasion marketing tactics I won't get into in this video. I'll have another video about VSLs. And then basically your call to action, which is either book a call or send you a DM on Instagram. Simple as that. That's a VSL, okay? That's a public-facing VSL. So you've got your follow ad and you've got your VSL. Those are the first two things that you need. I guess technically you don't need the VSL. You could literally book calls and close calls without a VSL, but it makes it a lot harder. What you can also do is after someone books a call with you, right? By the way, the way people book calls, you run follow ads on Instagram, you DM them, you have conversations, you book calls. After they book a call, send them the VSL to watch before you have the call with them. Make sense? Cool. So first is a follow ad. Second is the VSL. The third is how do you book calls? I personally love Calendly. No surprise at all, right? I'm not even going to get into a whole Calendly thing here either, but I fucking love Calendly. Don't make it complicated. Calendly's amazing. The other cool thing with Calendly, which I didn't know until 2023, like I was booking calls on Calendly before that, but what was really cool was having a Calendly redirect, right? At the end of your Calendly, after someone answers all the questions and books a call, you can have it redirect to a page. Now, you can have it go externally. And you can have it go to your public facing VSL. That's really cool, right? So you can send them the VSL in the Instagram DMs. You can email it to them. And you can have it as a redirect page. You can really make sure they watch it. The other cool thing you could do is I had a post-booking page. So it wasn't just the public-facing VSL. It was like a whole web page where it was like, hey, thanks for booking the call. Paragraph, qualify. Here's why you're on this call. Not everyone's qualified for this call. You know, make sure you come, video turned on in a quiet place with no distractions type thing. And then, hey, watch this video. And I would have a video that was a VSL, but it was not a public-facing VSL. It was actually a private post-booking VSL where it was like, hey, I'm super excited for our call. In this call, here's what we're going to do. Here's who it's for. Here's who it's not for. I'm really excited to have you. Then I would go into the just regular VSL content. You could do that too. So I know I'm kind of going fast. Hopefully you're taking notes. If not, rewind and watch it again. So follow out on Instagram, public VSL, Calendly, right? Obviously, and with the Calendly, you can have a redirect page that takes you to a public VSL or a redirect page that's just its own page with a private VSL. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. All right. Number 4, stupid obvious, Zoom. I fucking love Zoom. You can connect Zoom to Google Cal. You can connect Zoom to Calendly, and you can connect Calendly, Zoom, and Google Calendar all really easily. I'm not even going to go into it. Zoom. Great. Next is a CRM, a customer relationship management tool. Oh my God. Wow. How underrated is this for brand new coaches when you're 0 to 20K a month, or dude, I've literally seen coaches doing 30K a month without a CRM. What a shit show they got. What a shit show. Dude, you don't have a fucking CRM. By the way, Google Sheets doesn't fucking count. Trello does not count as a CRM. You can use it. You can use it. You can manually put stuff in there, but it's very difficult to manage, and I don't want you to have to go through those troubles. So there's tons of CRMs out there, okay? Tons of CRMs out there. The two main ones I've seen for coaches are Go High Level, GHL, or Close.io. I love both. I never really have used... I've used GHL. I remember in 2022, I was actually a high-ticket closer for an SMMA, and we were using GHL. I really liked it. I've not actually built stuff out myself, but I've been a user of GHL, and I think GHL is awesome. I think it's great. I think it works really well. You can connect Go High Level to your Facebook and Instagram. You can actually run Instagram DMs through Go High Level. You can send emails. You can have a pipeline. You can do texting. You can do calling. GHL is dope. I like GHL. The other one, and this is the one that I personally use, is called Close.io. Now, the guy who I was telling you about in the beginning of the video, my 7-figure entrepreneur mentor, he uses Close.io. It's $59 a month. Here's why I love it. Here's why he told me to use it, and I agree with him. It's extremely simple. It's not very robust, but here's what I found. I've found that tools like GHL that are extremely robust, meaning you can do a lot of stuff, like too much stuff, they end up being really complicated to use, they break, and they're very average. Whereas things that are really just like one thing, like I'll give you, like Close.io is like just a CRM. Like that's it. You can do emailing, you can do texting and calling if you want. And then obviously you can keep track of contacts and you can create deal stages and have a pipeline. GHL is great, but it's kind of complicated and it can be a lot. Close.io, it's $59 a month, and it is so simple to use, and so fast to set up. And they have obviously a solid YouTube channel. Close.io is dope. Close.io is very dope. I honestly, it doesn't really matter which one you do. It could either be GHL, it could be Close.io. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't. I would honestly go with either one of them. But here's what I would do. You need one of them. Don't start. You can start your coaching business. Like, you can literally start without a CRM. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to start, right? Like, I guess, like, I don't know. I guess in your first month, you don't, I don't know. I guess in your first 30 days of launching ads, you don't necessarily need a CRM, but you should have it. Like you're not going to die. Like, the world's not going to crumble if you don't have a CRM in your first 30 days. But like, I'm telling you right now, if you're running ads consistently and you're DMing and you're booking calls and you're in the mind frame of like, I'm trying to build this and scale, bro. Like, I'm ready. You're not like pussyfooting and tiptoeing and dipping your fucking water and toe in the water and shit. Like, if you're like, nah, bro, I'm going, then like, yeah, you should set up a CRM right from day one, like right from the jump. Like, before you even start running, you can start running ads and the next day, bro, go fucking set up your CRM. Like, I'm telling you, have that shit running smooth. Cause people put that shit off. Like, I don't need a CRM. That's what I did. I don't need a CRM. I don't need a CRM. I don't need a CRM 6 months, 8 months down the road. And then I'm like, shit, I really could use a CRM. Set up your CRM and you're like, shit, I wish I had this from day one. So my recommendation, Close.io, GHL, either one of them works. Don't care which one you use. The sixth and final thing, it's really simple. It's called Zapier, Zapier. It's basically a if this, then that tool, which means if this happens, then that happens. And what it does is it connects different softwares. So things like, I'll give you an example. Okay. With Close.io, Close.io does not link with Calendly. They don't just link together. What do I mean by that? Calendly links perfectly with Google Calendar. Like, Calendly and Google Cal have a handshake. Calendly and Zoom and Google Cal, all three have handshakes with each other. That's it. Like, they work. However, your CRM, like Close.io, if you're going to use Close.io, that does not have a handshake with Calendly. So you need to get Zapier, which is an if this, then that tool, and then you can connect Close and Calendly. I don't know about GHL. On GHL, Go High Level, I think you can actually just book calls natively on Go High Level. I don't know how it works creating your Zoom link or linking up with your calendar. Not a fucking clue. But here's what I did. I had Close.io, and then what I did was I hired somebody actually to do it for me. But you could figure it out on your own. I couldn't figure it out because I was a silly stupid head, I guess. But my mentor was like, hey, I have a Zapier guy. Just hire him. I'm like, cool, fine, I will. If you don't have a Zapier guy, then you can just go figure it out on your own, or you can go find someone on Fiverr or Upwork, whatever. Point being, if you go with Close.io, which I do kind of recommend that one because it's so simple and easy to use, you get Zapier and you're like, hey, Close, hey, Calendly, this is Zapier, have a little three-way and get connected so that every time someone books a call on Calendly, it'll show up in Close.io and all their information from Calendly will show up, and it just connects really well. Zapier is also it's an important tool to have overall because you can also do things, I'm not going to get into this, but from the client success side, or like, let's say you have Slack, like, bro, everybody fucking uses Slack. I use Slack. I love Slack. If you have Slack and someone like pays you money on Stripe or like your payment processor or whatever the fuck, you can go to Zapier and link your Stripe and your Slack so that every time someone like pays you, you get a Slack notification. Or every time someone books a call, you get a Slack notification. So like Zapier is important to have, especially for building teams, right? Like if you're going to have an appointment setter and a closer, you need to have Zapier because what's going to happen is every time your appointment setter books a call, you want Zapier to send a notification to Slack to your closer so that your closer is like, okay, cool, I know I have a book call coming up. You know what I'm saying? If someone pays, you want a Slack notification to go into the whole team so everyone knows, hey, our closer just closed a deal. It was this much money. Like, that's fucking sick. And that's Stripe and Slack. So look, I say all this to say, the reason I brought up Zapier was because you want to link Close and Calendly. That's what I was doing. But you still should get Zapier because you can connect other tools with it too. So you should use it. All right, cool. This was like this was so tactical. I think my mood and my vibe was so different. I was talking so fast because this was so tactical. It wasn't like a belief shifting video. Here's the belief shift I've got for you though. Running a coaching business doesn't have to be so fucking complicated. Okay. It's not easy. I'm not one of these people who's like, 20 high ticket clients in 90 days guaranteed, or I'm going to give you all your money back plus $5,000. Like, not type shit like that. Like, no, like running a coaching business it's not easy, right? It can be hard, but it doesn't have to be fucking complicated, bruh. Make your software simple. Here's what it is. Start with a content strategy. It doesn't need to be that hard. Fucking look at my content. Look at me here on YouTube. All my videos are like this. I'm literally here at my desk, fucking talking to you. Yeah, I got a nice microphone and shit, but like, and I got like a couple fucking lights, but like no backlights, nothing complicated. I'm just me talking, like genuinely helping you. Go to my Instagram, Lee Nathan Litvin on Instagram. You can go to the link in the description too, and go look at my content. Like, it's not complicated. It's not heavily edited. It is not, I don't do none of that shit. So, but you need content, right? Like, you should be posting content consistently. The 6 tools: a follow ad, a VSL, Calendly with a redirect page, Zoom, a CRM, and Zapier. That's literally it. Super simple. You can take all those tools. Now, if you're watching this video and you're like, okay, dude, great. Love that you just told me all that. Don't feel like I can do this on my own. I don't want to try to do it on my own. Then you can DM me on Instagram, Lee Nathan Litvin. Literally go to the link in the description, or go to the description. It has all the instructions there. Just DM me grow on Instagram at Lee Nathan Litvin. I can help you out with this stuff. All right. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you got some value, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.